this is a result management system for broadsheet preparation. And this system is adapted to work with Microsoft Excel. In this system, everything is automated. All the teacher we have to do is to impute the scores of the student in these places that I'm clicking now: the first test, second test, third test, and the exam. The total gets automatically calculated. For example, let's do for this first student, let's put 6 as his first test score, second test 8, third test 9, and exam 45. Now look at the total, calculates automatically. As you input any score, any of the scores, the total gets updated automatically. Just check this total now for English language. Now we put the first test 3, second test 6, third test 7, exam, let's make exam 65. Now watch this. You see it changes automatically to the sum of the first, second, third test and the exam. Now this first test, second test, third test, exam, when you add the sum, the summation of this is supposed to be 100%. And we know most schools, the exam is always 70%. So the continuous assessment, which is the first, second, and third test, is actually 10, 10, 10 for the scores. Now this system can be formatted in a way that for each of these tests, you can't put any value greater than 10 or less than 0. Now let's try this. Let's put 11. You see what's returned to us. Okay, now put another value, states. Let's put 20 here. You see, same thing. Now for the exam, the highest grade, since the first, second, and third test, the total of the 3 tests is 30, the exam becomes 70% automatically because the total has to be 100. Now if for the exam we put 71, see, it brings back the same prompt. Okay, so that's that. Now after putting the scores, this is where the class teacher can put his or her name. Let's say the teacher's name is Mrs. Isaac, and the grand total. Now the grand total, we know it is total score for that is attainable by a student in all the subjects. So that's the grand total, 14, or any value. It can be 1200, it can be 1300, any figure, but it has to be the sum of all the total sum attainable from all the subjects put together. You can see the grades of the student, the scores of the student here, and the total. Now all you have to do is to click on the name of the student to get to the individual results. Now if you check, the name of the class teacher, Mrs. Isaac, is here. This is the name of the student. These are the scores. These are the scores of the student, the first test, the second test, 6, 8, 9, just as we have in the broadsheet. Okay, so when you click on the name, it brings you to the individual result. Now this individual result of the student cannot be edited. There's nothing that can be done because it is the result that is prepared from the broadsheet. So this student's result, the only thing that can be done here is the class teacher remark and the head teacher's remark. Everything is calculated. After printing, the name of the parent can be written and the result authenticated by signing and or a stamp, whichever. Then note this is the total. The grade of each student is also computed automatically as well as the remark of the student. Now watch for mathematics for this student. Let's see what happens to this grade and the remark when we give the student a score which is above 70 for most schools. Now this is the key. Excellent is from 70 and above. Very good is a B. That's when the student scores between 60 to 69. Let's change the grade, the scores of this student in mathematics, and see what happens to the grade as well as the remark. Alright, so let's make this 7. This is a very bright student. 9 and 10, and then for the exam it's scored 65. Now let's see what happens to you. You see it automatically changes to a grade A because the score is between the range of 70 and above, which is an A. This is A, and the remark is excellent, just like we have it here. Okay, so that's that. Now the student, the psychomotor of the student can also be imputed here. The number of times the student was present in school. Now let's say this student came to school a total of 120 times. You put that there. Now let's see what happens. You see it's attendance 120. Let's go to the psychomotor. Every other thing such as punctuality, class attendance, everything they use in grading the psychomotor of the student, this where is entered into. So you just click on the logo to take you back to the broadsheet, and then everything, every information is entered here for the students. When you click on anyone, you see it takes you to that individual student's results. Now let's change this Mrs. Isaac to Mr. Adebola. Mr. Adebola. Let's see what happens. Nice. I see it. Mr. Adebola. Mr. Adebola. It changes automatically. Mr. Adebola. So that's it about this. It will be good if you take advantage of this for your school, because this system was made for such schools that are not yet financially strong enough to embark on internet result system. This is an offline system. You don't require the internet to work with it. No, it's something that works with your system on your laptop. You don't require the internet. Now there's something I should tell you. After this result has been prepared, all you have to do is to click on the download button. The result of the student gets downloaded into your system as a PDF file. Now this PDF file can be sent to parents via WhatsApp, and it can be printed as well. It can also be made so that there will be a button. At the click of a button, you print the results directly. That's the advantage of this. You can use it when downloaded, send as a file attachment via WhatsApp, via email to parents as well. So the advantage of this system is that due to this automated calculations and everything, there will be less error from calculations, which we know is one of the major problems that parents have with the result of their children. You know, parents, they always complain that the teacher made this mistake while calculating my son's result, my daughter's result was not well calculated. With this, the teacher do not even need to do any calculations because everything is automatically calculated. So that error is eliminated. Thank you very much.